can ask them, you can take the opportunity to ask them about things that you don't know, particularly concerning the issue that we'll be discussing here today. So, Minister, we understand that your ministry is set to review and revise the current education policy 2004-2015. Why is your ministry undertaking this, particularly for a policy that has not yet expired?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Jamal, for having us here at DRTS. Yes, the policy has not expired yet, but it should have been reviewed in 2009. We should have had a midterm review halfway through the program, but we didn't do that then because we didn't want to base whatever we put in the review process based on anecdotal evidence. We needed the empirical evidence to review the policy, and that was why it was not undertaken then. But I'm sure you are aware that we've just recently finished the country status study on education, and that has provided us the opportunity to be able to access the empirical evidence to review the policy. So that's one reason why we're doing that, and it has also created for us the opportunity to be able to capture, you know, from 2004 to date, things have happened. Development is not static, and there are emerging issues. We want to look at those and align the policy to suit those emerging issues. And also we are using the opportunity also to be able to highlight what has worked since 2004 when we started implementing the policy, and what hasn't worked, with a view to, you know, making policy pronouncements to address those areas that didn't work. So that's where we are at. Okay. And that's basically the rationale for us to review the policy.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Minister. Viewers, you are reminded that this program is a live program where you can also contribute, you can take part in the program. And in case you want to take part in this program, the number that you can call is 4375905, 4375905. We'll be opening the line in the due course, but before that, just be reminded that this is the number that you can call in case you want to take part in this program, 4375905. Permanent Secretary, if you look at the status of education in the country, obviously you can say without remorse that the ministry is able to accomplish very well in certain areas such as access to education and learning outcomes. So, but this particular policy, this particular education policy that we're talking about now, which is going to be reviewed, that is 2004 and 2015. So, do you intend to review the whole review and revise the whole content of the policy, or only part of it?
Well, thank you very much, Jamal, and good evening, viewers. A policy is a whole document. It's not a document in part. And if you look at it, one part of it would speak to another part. So when it comes to revision, you will necessarily have to look at the entire, document. And in that regard, we are not only looking at one aspect of the document and leaving the other. If you go through the policy document, there are three key areas that were highlighted as the main, areas of focus. And the first one was to do with access and equity, in terms of participation rates, how do we distribute, educational facilities between regions, do we discriminate against boys or, what type of programs do you have to ensure that everybody that is supposed to participate participates. So that's one area. And the other area we will be looking at would be the area of quality of teaching and learning. And this too, we want to look at whether the kids are, improving when it comes to learning outcomes. Because at the end of it all, by going to through an educational institution, one would expect that, your learning outcome would actually, improve. Then the third area, which is to do with, sector management. These are the three main areas of, focus of the previous policy, and we are going to be revising and reviewing all aspects.
Okay. All right. So meaning it's the review and revision of the policy is going to be holistic. You're going to review and revise the whole policy content.
Certainly.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Now the minister, if you look at the 2003-2004 current policy, the current policy which was formulated in 2003-2004, the main feature, the major feature of that process is consultation. This particular one that we're talking about today, is it going to have the same feature in terms of are you going to be consulting people, and then if you're going to be consulting people to come up with the policy content, who are those people that you intend to contact to bring in on board to help you in that effect?
Thank you, Jamal. This review is not going to be different from the previous review that we have had, which, as you have rightly said, was very participatory. This time round, we are going to go the same way, and we are going to bring on board all the stakeholders in education. And to do that, what we've done is to look at the three areas that the PS has already mentioned, the themes, the three main themes. And we have divided those three and put sub-themes under each of those themes. And under the access and equity sub-themes, we are going to look at various areas within the areas of operation of the ministry, and as it is contained in the policy. For instance, we'll be looking at the conditional cash transfer scheme that we have instituted to make sure that we get those children that are in our daras that are not accessing education. They're mainly in the daras to for instance, learn the Quran. They don't do literacy, they don't do numeracy skills. So we are putting in place that to make sure that the children are released. That is something we've already started piloting. We need to look at that, whether it's working or not. We are going to look at the physical facilities. Are they adequate? Are they enough in the schools? We're going to look at madrasa education and how it is impacting on enrollment. And we are going to also look at special needs and all the other areas that the ministry is engaged in. And those are under the access and equity bit. And we also have several sub-teams under the quality issues to look at curriculum assessment, national languages, which we are looking at. Would it be of use for us to use the national languages to improve the learning abilities of the children? We are going to look at school library services. We are going to look at monitoring and supervision of teaching and learning, teacher training, everything that is to do with quality. And then under the sector management sub-themes, we are going to also look at the education management information system, information communication technology, financing, donor coordination, and the rest of it. And what we've done after identifying these sub-themes is to put in place thematic groups which brings on board the stakeholders. So we are going to, in addition to the staff of the ministry, we are going to have members from